Hello and welcome to the EasyVista University. Today we'll be talking about the theme editor in Service App Store. First we need to log in with a user whose profile allows editing themes. The theme design icon will be available for these users. A good practice when creating themes is to have a neutral application. You will use it to preview your theme as you're building it. This application may be of one or more pages. You'll add all the widgets that are likely to be used in application, all the widget types that you may use. Here we have the secured HTML, two examples on this page of it, as well as the knowledge base widget and its search menu. And on the second page, we see different kinds of widgets, as well as non-formatted secured HTML, KPIs, gauge, pie chart, a bar chart here, a button, and an external code like the clock here. And as a social widget, we have this little Twitter. Also very important to have data viewers. Here we have the grid version of them, but it's important to have different kinds of display mode as well. Here we have the search, and on the third page you can find different display mode for the data viewer. Like here we have the tile display mode representing the catalog. Let's open the theme editor now. In the top toolbar, you'll be able to choose the app and page you want to use to preview your theme on. Here's the object inspector, where you'll manage your theme, edit an existing one or create a new. Here is the property inspector, where you'll set all the parameters, and the work area, where your theme will be previewed on the selected app and page. Let's add a new theme. Always choose significant names for your themes. You may base your theme on an existing one or on default. If you check the published box, your theme will be available for all app creators. You may set a category, an icon, and color to easily spot them in the list. And here you have the list of all users who are theme designers. Here's where you grant the modification right to the users you want, to other theme designers, to modify your theme, that is. We saved the theme and the system prompted a message. The preview area is automatically updated. We see that it shows on a white background because we started our theme from default. We can flip the pages to check that the new theme has been applied on all pages. Let's start by designing our theme. First, we're going to set some parameters at the application level. Here is the maximum width for pages, an inside color that is going to be applied on those 750 pixels we define, an outside color, and colors may be selected on the palette, or their code may be input directly in the input area. Now we're choosing the font that's going to be applied on all widgets. Now you may have noticed that some widgets on this page did not inherit from this font changing. We'll see later on why. We may also set the size at this level, but we advise you not to, because this parameter differs a lot for titles, paragraphs, search placeholders, etc. Also, the alignment and style may be defined at this level, but we advise you against once more, and for the same reason. when you check the inherit box, it cancels all the settings you have carried out on this level. A background color and text color are good parameters to set at the global application level. The header and footer also. That would unify the look and feel of the application, having the same font and font style and background color for headers and footers. Also, the border is a parameter that is to be set at this application level. Okay, let's change the page. Here we notice that maybe some widgets need specific customizations to make them stand out on a page. Paddings, margins, as well as the fonts for pre-formatted text like the headings H1 to H6 may be also configured at this level. Now let's move to the widget types level. On this panel, you have listed all the widget types we have. If I choose the secured HTML type, I'll be setting the configuration that will be applied on all secured HTML widgets. Okay, so here are some settings: the font, the size, the alignment, style, etc. We'll see later on why some of the configuration parameters were not applied on those pages on this page, but on this other page they were applied completely. We'll have the reason of that later on in this video. Now, I selected the gauge widget directly on the page, and that opened its property inspector. So all the configuration I'm going to be making here will be applied on all gauge widgets. So here I choose a color for the figures. The background color may be different if I want my gauge widgets to stand out on my pages. I continued my settings offline for a few minutes, and you can see that the background color was changed for the widgets and the footers as well as fonts. I chose different colors for different widgets, as well as a dotted border for KPIs, a different font for footers, etc. Once the theme has been designed and published, it can be applied on applications. If we edit ours, and in its property inspector, we can set the theme that we will find under the My Company section. We can see that all the settings have been applied on all the widgets of all the pages. Now we're going to find out why some settings were not applied on this HTML widget, secured widget. It is because we find some settings defined at the application level. So they were not inherited from the theme level. The same goes for the other secured HTML here. So we can see that the text color was defined at this level, which explains why it didn't inherit from the text color set at the theme level. This diagram represents the algorithm that decides which value of a property should be applied. First we have the CSS foundation level. The default properties can be overwritten at the theme level and then at the applications page level. And then the widget in the theme level, and all those can be overwritten at the widget in the application level. More information on the theme editor you'll find on the corresponding wiki page, where you also find some good practices, screenshots, and more details. You may reach it by clicking the capture here, or directly on the wiki site if you search for Theme Editor. The EV Connect forum is the place to ask your questions, share design tips, and you may also email us at easyv_corporate_knowledge at easyvista.com. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you again on the EV University. Bye!